Welcome, Bulldoggers, to Big Scratch TVG. No dogs raised, sold, or bred for any illegal purposes. This is strictly for historical, entertainment, and educational purposes only. We got a blast from the past today, dog men, dog women, Bulldoggers. A blast from the past. In 1908, yeah, I said it, 1908, Earl Tudor moved from Kentucky to Oklahoma with those game dogs. Earl Tudor was a bootlegger. He was also in the Gamecocks, and he was also in the game dogs. But he's most noted for are these game dogs. One of Tudor's most famous dogs was Tudor's Dabo. Yep, the great Tudor's Dabo. Now to note, right, this dog Dabo, right, he didn't turn on till he was about 3 years old. Now, 3 years old now. Running around Earl's yard, not bothering a soul. Yep, running around Earl Tudor's yard now, and ain't bother a soul. Running loose. You know it was bound to happen. One of Earl's dogs grabbed Dabo, and Dabo liked to kill the dog. Then Earl, being the smart man he was, right? So a lot of people don't think Tudor was smart. Tudor shipped Dabo off to South Carolina to Bob O'Neill in Hempfield to be matched. And he won. First time Earl Tudor ever shipped one of his dogs out like that. His own dogs. And he did it with Dabo. And won. The cornerstone of the Tudor family. Tudor's Dabo. Now, let Don Mayfield tell it, right? Earl Tudor bred a Pure's family of game dogs out of this dog, Tudor's Dabo. Yeah. A lot of people went around trying to claim the fame of Tudor's Dabo. But Earl, being the smart man he was, right? He got with them young guys. Don Maloney, Danny Burden, and Don Mayfield. And he messed around with Carver too, but he regretted it. That's just my understanding of the history. Ain't it yours? Now let's check out what Danny Burden got from Tudor. Very important. It was Burden's Tiger Dan. Look how he bred. Now the breeding with Tiger Dan with Mayfield's Spooky produced Mayfield's Pit General, two-time winner, a phenomenal game dog in the history of the American Pit Bull Terrier. Pit General. Mayfield's Pit General would demonstrate extremely hard mouth and devastating abilities. Yeah, phenomenal. No other dog in the game was like General during his time. Yeah, down from the Tudor champions. Now, just looking around at pedigrees or whatever, Tudor had a champion line of dogs, right? Blackjack in the 1920s. No other dog was his equal. No dog. Tudor reigned supreme with these dogs, Blackjack Jr. and Blackjack. Blackjack was a 16-time winner. Blackjack Jr. was a 9-time winner. Those were the best. Now, coming through these Tudor champions, right, is a dog called Austin's Flo. The mother to Jimmy Boots, grand champion. Austin's Flo also produced Austin's King Solomon, grand champion. Yeah, phenomenal dog. Who went on to produce Mims Carolina Flo and the Simon dog. Both phenomenal game dogs and producers. And see, these Tudor champions, right? They produce so many great lines of dogs that we have today. For instance, look at Burton's grand champion Hank. Hank was bred into the Bolio and Eli family of dogs to produce the Bulls line. Those lines, yeah, what made up the Bulls lines. Yeah. I mean, it was some great crosses produced from the Tudor champions, I must say. Even down to this day, people don't even know what they breeding. And they breeding Tudor champions in their dogs. Yeah. Yeah. They really don't know. Some people out here, they ain't recognized. They know they got a good dog, but they don't recognize where it's coming from